The world of golf has been erupting in chaos over the past couple of months, with the disruptive rivalry between the PGA Golf Series and the LIV Series, with many headlining players making the switch to LIV Golf. And now that the FedEx Cup is looming right in front of us, many stars have been withdrawing from the championship. But one such star has been offered a $400 million deal to switch sides. Join us in today's video as we go over the latest news in professional golf. First up, Hideki Matsuyama's $400 million deal. The Japanese star is one of the names that are expected to make a rather lucrative switch. He's been offered a large amount of $400 million as an entrance fee, and his transfer is one of the biggest news in professional golf. He'll be playing at the FedEx Cup in Atlanta, but it's even more unclear whether this will be one of his last couple championships with PGA, especially since he's receiving such a handsome amount to switch sides. In a recent podcast, it was announced that Hideki remains loyal to PGA despite the rumors stating otherwise. It would be really great for the series if the player does decide to stay with them, given that he's one of the most talented Asian players in the game right now, and he's been making waves in the sport for some pretty iconic shots. All eyes are now on Hideki to see what decision he makes, and there are lots of people who are hoping that he'll be staying loyal to the PGA, but hey, we can't blame him if he does decide to switch to LIV Golf. If we were getting offered $400 million for something like this, let's just say we'd definitely consider it. Next up, who else will be leaving the PGA? Matsuyama is not the only one who's expected to make the switch after the FedEx Cup is over. As many as 7 of the biggest stars in PGA golf are expected to join the LIV Golf Series. The most notable name out of these 7 is Cameron Smith, who is the reigning Australian Open champion. According to sources, he's been offered $100 million to make the switch. Other names out of the 7 are Australians Marc Leishman and Adam Scott, who have also expressed their interest in LIV Golf previously, so it's expected they'll also be joining Smith in the series from next season. There are other athletes who remain loyal to the PGA Tour though. The British player, Tommy Fleetwood, has confirmed that he'll be playing the ZOZO Championship with PGA, which is set to take place in October. Fleetwood hasn't exactly been active in the last couple of events, but it's not because of an injury or switching to a different league. He's been going through a rather devastating personal issue, the death of his mother. Because of this, he was forced to miss the playoffs for the FedEx Cup, but he's all set to appear in the ZOZO events in October. He's been doing pretty well in the 4 majors that take place in golf every year, so we're excited to see what else he has in store once he finally gets back into the game. It's not all bad news for the PGA, because Xander Schauffele and Ricky Fowler, who are pretty major names in the league, have also confirmed that they'll be making an appearance at ZOZO this October. Next up, Zalatoris withdraws from the FedEx Cup. When Will Zalatoris withdrew from the FedEx Cup, fans were quick to assume that it was because he was making the switch as well, but that's not the reason at all. He had to withdraw from the final because he was suffering from an injury that prevented him from playing. According to reports, Zalatoris had 2 herniated back discs, which means that he needs to take all the time that he can to rest up and feel his best before he can step back into professional golf. Winning the final would have been very good for the star though, especially since the prize money is around $18 million. Will has been climbing to the top in his career, especially since he recently became the winner of the St.Jude Championship. This win ensured that he made it to the top of the rankings for the FedEx Cup, and he automatically became a favorite to win the series. His injury put a halt to his success though, since he also had to withdraw from the BMW Championship where he'd reached the 3rd round. He will also be missing the President's Cup because of his back pain and taking this time to focus on his health. This cup was especially important to him because the winner of this championship gets the title of Captain Love and as a result represents the United States in the future championships, which is a big honor for most golf players in the country. Lastly, Tiger Woods' new venture. If Zalatoris' injury and Matsuyama's $400 million weren't enough, there's another venture that seems to be the final nail in the coffin for the PGA Tours. Although there is a silver lining to this scrap of news. Golf's biggest name, Tiger Woods, has decided to come up with a commercial series that's been designed to rival LIV Golf. This series is called TMRW Sports, and even though it's new, it seems to already have a bright future. Rory McIlroy has already joined ranks with Tiger Woods for TMRW Sports. McIlroy, who is also one of the most famous names in the world of golf, is set to compete in the FedEx Cup, but will be devoting his time to the new series once it's up and ready to go. Now, what does Woods' venture mean for the PGA Tour? We think PGA already has enough rivalry with LIV Golf, and thankfully, TMRW Sports doesn't seem to pose any sort of threat to the series. The aim of this new venture isn't to compete against the PGA Tour, but rather to work alongside them and their already established tours and championships. As for LIV Golf, they do have something to worry about because TMRW Sports has been designed as a counter series for for LIV. And given how much support Woods has in the golf industry, he's one person who might just be able to pose a really huge threat to the Saudi-supported LIV Golf. While the details of this venture aren't exactly confirmed, the events are set to complement the PGA Tours and will be held in stadiums throughout the months of January and March, ending in a final. Now for other related news. First up, Adam Scott's $1 million shot. Adam Scott has found himself in the news once more for a life-saving shot during the BMW Championship. At the 72nd hole, Scott delivered what is being termed a $1 million shot. The day didn't start out so well for Adam Scott, since his pulled tee shot at the 18th hole left him without a stance. For his second shot, he didn't perform as well either, and had to go with the old clutch and save so that he could reach the Tour Championship. However, he was able to get his game together eventually, delivering a recovery shot within tap-in range, which means that he still has a chance to become one of the top-ranked players at the Tour Championship this year. His shot not only saved his spot for the FedEx Cup, but it also put him in a tie for 5th place at the BMW Championship, which means that he earned a grand sum of $547,500. At the Tour Championship, if he continues to perform as well as he did with that last shot, he's set to earn even more and find himself even higher up in the rankings. Lastly, the FedEx Cup's prize money. If you've ever wondered just how much money golf players make, we're here to tell you in this video. Let's talk about the FedEx Cup, for example. The Cup operates a little bit differently in the sense that they offer players a starting score, which they can then build on. This also means that you only have to do as little as qualify for the Tour Championship to be paid as much as $727,200 in Australian dollars. That's a pretty large sum of money, right? Wait till you hear just how much the top players will be earning. The top 17 players of the tour will walk away with millions of dollars, and if you win the championship, you get paid as much as $26.2 million in Australian dollars. The new rule was brought in so that whoever plays well in the Tour Championship also has a higher chance of winning the FedEx Cup, so that the series can feel like it has a proper finale. This was done because, in the past, players would win the Tour Championship but would still not be able to be crowned FedEx champion. Although you don't necessarily have to win or even reach the final to be paid handsomely, the bonuses for reaching the final are out of this world, reaching up to $109 million Australian. Sounds like you'd have your life set if you earned that much, right? What do you guys think about the new rule development for the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup? Do you think it's fair, or should the organizers have just stuck to the way things were done in the past? That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the rivalry between PGA Tours and LIV Golf? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.